Part 5 of Poems for My Children by Ann Hawkshaw. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. The Monk of Chester, a scene in the time of the Normans. A talk in Furness Abbey to J.C.H. A little girl's wish. The Monk of Chester, scene in the time of the Normans. Britons, Saxons and Normans have all contributed to form the English nation. For many good and brave men must die before a people can become great and wise. As no really good or great thing is ever done on this earth without trouble, you may be sure that if we have now wise laws and good institutions, many have toiled and suffered before we could enjoy them. Our rude Saxon chiefs, our old Norman kings, let them be honoured for whatever good thing they have given us. The Saxon Harold and the Norman William have long since passed away, but whatever good they did while living has left some trace on earth. Great deeds do not die. It is generally said Harold died at Hastings, but there is a tradition that he was not killed, but died in the time of Henry I, a monk at Chester. In Chester's ancient convent dim, slowly awoke the vesper hymn, and borne o'er many a verdant dale, it softly told its peaceful tale. Mildly the autumn sunshine fell on tomb, on effigy and shrine, while many a knight and abbot slept, with epitaph of uncouth line, their rudely chiselled tombs upon, in the old chapel of St. John. That evening came a lonely man. His pilgrim dress was travel-worn, his brow was scarred, his look like one who had much toil and sorrow borne. He sat him down beside the shrine. They asked him not from whence he came. He spoke not of his history, nor told his name, but said, "I come, a wearied man, to seek a home, a grave with you. Ask me not who or whence I am. With that you have not aught to do." And o'er his faded features passed a look of pride. It was the last, for meekly dwelt he from that day, a monk within their cloister grey. With heavy sighs oft shook his breast, strange dreams too oft disturbed his rest, and unconnected words would fall from his pale lips, as if in sleep his memory would the deeds recall he strove to hide so deep. Years passed, and he was bent with age, his glossy hair had turned to grey, when the first Henry o'er the land held regal sway. Upon his dying couch he lay. The good monks stood around his bed, and watched and prayed. "I die," he said, "last branch of a far-spreading tree, doomed by the Norman axe to be hewn to the earth. It matters not, my dying brother, what thy lot hath been in other years, to thee just entering on eternity. But we, who through long years have seen what days of sorrow thine have been, would fain thy name and history know." Thus spake a monk in accents low, and bending o'er the dying man, in silence and in night they stood, for the curfew bell had sounded far o'er land and flood. 'Twas sad in darkness thus to stand, a mournful solitary band, around the bed of death. "Thy name, tell us at least thy name," they said. "Harold," they bent to hear again, but he was dead. A talk in Furness Abbey to J.C.H. "Mamma, my sister's gone, and I am left alone." "Then come, my boy, and sit by me upon this mossy stone, and let us talk of those who long since passed away. 'Tis well to think on other days mid ruins old and grey. For though now o'er the grass scarcely a footstep steals, once men dwelt here and lived and moved, feeling what man now feels. They were our brothers, though they lived in ages long ago, for they could joy like us and weep like us for human woe. Here round the wide stone hearth, with blazing faggots piled, They sat, while many a wondrous tale the wintry hours beguiled. Yonder the trout stream flows, still in its ancient bed, From it how many a savoury dish upon their board was spread. Beneath yon ruined arch, on which bright mosses creep, They bore the dead. In that green spot priest and crusader sleep, But now their very names are gone. We know they lived, they died. See, there the nameless warrior lies, with his lady at his side. Their age hath passed away, passed even as the chimes That filled this vale with pleasant tones. We live in other times, in other and in happier times, Yet much of good was hid oft in those lonely halls, Like gems beneath a coffin lid. How many a lone benighted guest hath passed beneath this door, How many a kindly hand hath fed upon yon step the poor. We ought not now, like those old monks, in abbey walls to dwell, But in all time there is the power to think and to do well. A Little Girl's Wish. I wish I had wings to fly away, 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 o'er the deep blue sea. I would go to each old and famous shore, Where busy cities stood of yore, Though silent now they be. I would go where Tadmore's ruins lie, Amid the desert's drifting sand, And the lizards creep and the night winds moan, Amid its temples overthrown By stern Aurelian's hand. I would go where the stately palm trees rise, And the Campanero's voice is heard, Like the solemn sound of a convent bell, Of the quiet hour of prayer to tell, When the leaves by the evening breeze are stirred. And where the bright flowers of the cactus spring From the clefts of the bare and sunburnt rocks, And where for miles from bough to bough The troops of chattering monkeys go, And the parrots fly in flocks. I would go too where in northern skies, Upon their long and frosty nights, When through the pine wood howls the blast, And the rivers in ice are all bound fast, Shoot bright and high the northern lights. And where upon the icy seas, Around the north and southern pole, The stately icebergs to and fro Like rocks of glittering diamonds go, Where the dark waves chance to roll. I would go when the birds of passage go, When the flowers are dead and the skies look grey. I would follow the swallow's unknown track, And like it in the spring again come back. Oh, I wish I had wings to fly away. End of Part 5.